Hi friends, you're watching Self Mastery Zone, and this month in the lockdown period in India, we have decided to record some of the interviews of learning leaders across the industry. And this month you will find some really interesting insights, knowledge, and resources which are getting shared by these learning leaders that will help you in your journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these learning sessions. Yeah, there's a lot of profound insights in what you're sharing, Nish, and especially during this time when we are fighting something which is not seen with the naked eye. It's the virus. It's not the nuclear bomb, or it's not the war, or it's not the person on the other side. But we are fighting it, and just like in any other fight, there are learnings, and especially in this particular context where people are not going outside, the only place that they can go is going inside. And a key question that you shared with me yesterday was that how we can find the this lockdown as an opportunity, and work on ourselves, and work for becoming better. So what do you think are because I still want to gain more from you and more for people who are watching this, because this channel is all about self mastery. So what is it
Yeah.
that we can do that in this mess, as again, another beautiful quote that I read in your book was that mess is a mandala. So
Mm.
what is the insight that this mandala of COVID has for us, and where as a facilitator and as a thought leader in this field, where would you like to nudge us that as learners, or as communities, or as nations, what should be our next transformation, or what should be some key questions in that direction?
Yeah, thanks for reminding of that quote. I had that, as I shared with you, most of my poetry is embodied. So that's coming from literal experience of life. And I was in middle of a messy situation in a forest, and I suddenly saw that it had a pattern. So mess is a mandala, a work of art. I am the missing piece of the puzzle I was looking for. And I think somewhere and that's your wisdom that you're relating this situation to a mess that could also be seen as a mandala. And mandala means it's a sacred pattern. Mandala means, and you have picked a beautiful thing. I never thought like that. That mandala means a sacred pattern which is already there, which balances light and dark, and lines and curves, and empty and full. So it's a pattern that balances, the sacred pattern, which is created to bring elements into balance, and then it is dissolved. So if this mess is a mandala, then definitely this situation is creating some balance in the way we exploited ecology, the balance in the way we related with families versus related with our capitalist world paradigm, the balance in the way we nurtured our children, or we took care of our role as men and women. So there is something that is really interestingly opening up. Now, the question, which is beautiful, and that's where I love self-mastery zone, is that whatever happens, there is an opportunity for us to practice and prepare. And that's what you offer beautiful through your stories and through your practices, right? Your focus is completely on what practices I can do to deal with this situation. And I think that would be the key here too, Anupam, that we look into what practices we need to bring this balance, which was necessary, which an invisible virus had to bring. Of course, the situation out there is no romantic. I'm not speaking it as a spiritual romanticism that, this is a great opportunity. This is a great threat too. What's happening outside our boundaries is not easy. And there are people we know who are fighting day in, day out to make it easy for us. So that's a social dimension. And I'm bringing this insight from a Hopi Indian leader named is called White Eagle, and he said this, that we have an opportunity as humanity to drop into a hole or rise through a portal. And to me, in that sense, rise through a portal is also an opening, like a sacred bell. So the question here is that there is a social and physical dimension of this reality which we have to deal with, which includes everything that you all are doing, right? We all are doing, managing our households, attending to essentials, taking care of our health, and even finding opportunities in connecting and doing business virtually. All of that is social dimension or physical dimension. But then there is a spiritual dimension. And if we really look into our heart and create those sacred moments of sitting with the sun rising, or just meditating and being with our own bodies, we will realize that there is something powerful happening in this moment. You cannot deny that. And thanks, Anupam, for naming it as a mandala, because it is a mandala. There is something that is taking place. The question is, if the universe is designing this for me to see something or learn something, what is it that I need to learn? What is my thumbprint into the larger whole? And when we step out of that, a day after tomorrow, what kind of human I want to be? What is it that I want to not stop doing? What I must let go, which were not functional patterns? You know, in mandala, you keep a small cloth, you keep clearing what is outside. So what I need to clear off, and what is the new that I want to attend to? What is essential that I must attend to? We all have some answers, and it's an opportunity for us to reflect. Even if you can do that with your morning cup of tea before your kids and spouses rise, just sit down and reflect. What is shifting? What I want to drop now, and what I want to bring a day after tomorrow. And I'm talking about practical habits, practical practices like Anupam brings through self-mastery zone. What are those things that I need to do differently? And I would also say one more thing. That's one side. Also, let's visualize together what is the world we want to see. Like, I want to see a world where we have more dignity of labor. This crisis has shown us what's essential. The people who clean and sweep and feed us are essential. And so I don't want to go back to a world paradigm where we suddenly forget them once again, pay them lowest wages and don't care. I want that world to shift. So likewise, what are those, what do you dream? Because this is an opportunity for us to clean a lot of shit, if I may use that word. And maybe we should, we are cleaning our hands, then why not really clean our systems too? And visualize the world that we want to be a part of. Yeah.
Friends, hope you liked the learning session and the insight shared by our learning leaders. And to continue to gather more information, gain more insights, please subscribe to this channel and share the videos and share the learnings. Thank you so much, and all the very best for your learning journey.